Says you're offline still. Says you're offline still.
Gotta give
Oh,
a second.
now it's 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 still.
I think
Oh,
something might be
now
broken.
it's still.
I think
Why?
something might be
Now
broken.
it's still.
I think
Why?
something might be
Now
broken.
it's still.
I think
Why?
something might be
Now
broken.
it's still.
I think
Why?
Oh my god, unless that's just me. I don't know. Is it just my computer or there's like one hell of a crazy echo?
I'm still
Is it
trying to
just my
get
computer or there's
moderation.
like one hell of a crazy echo?
There you go, mod view. Still
Is it
trying to
just my
get
computer or there's
moderation.
like one hell of a crazy echo?
There you go, mod view.
You wanna check that?
Yeah, I'm going into it right now. I'm just waiting for it to pop back up. I'm not hearing an echo.
You don't hear an echo? Like it's not constantly replaying on your end? This is why we start a few minutes early.
I'd say, so far nothing.
So you're just running normal? I'm trying to get to my dashboard. I don't know why it's not working. Okay. Okay. I think I'm here. Okay. I think I made
no
it in.
echo.
So it's
I'm
it's not constantly replaying?
No.
Okay.
Hang on, wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. No, I'm saying I'm not hearing no echo. No, I'm saying I'm not hearing no echo.
So
All right, so I think we're good.
It's not echoing for you. It's echoing for me, and on my end, like whenever.
Oh, you gotta mute it.
I have it mute. When I unmute it, it does it. I have everything muted because I don't want to hear that. If it's working fine, then great. But on my end, when I try to watch it, it's got this crazy echo thing going on. I don't know if it's just because of my setup. I don't know.
It might be because you're set up, but I'll say I'm not really hearing no echo. So.
All right. Well, here we are. Got the setup back on the oil pump. It says 8 o'clock. Okay, it's 8 o'clock. Well, welcome to the Art of Lore with me, Kyle, and I'm here with my brother, Alan.
How's it going, guys?
And, well, it's our second episode. The first episode, we went with the Iron Guard, the Mordian
Iron Guard.
Exactly. And just the pure iron balls of that guard unit.
They are literally the planet broke before the guard.
Oh man, a whole nother Cadia Stands thing going on.
I don't know. In my opinion, I'd rather have the Iron Guard than Cadia. Okay. I'd rather have a regiment that will never break and will just like hold this position, sir. Yes, sir.
And they wear their finest outfits.
Oh yeah. If you get caught with dirty clothes, you get kicked out of the guard because being in a trench is no excuse to not have perfectly shined metals.
In a trench full of dirt, you better not have any on you.
I mean, hell, it's one of those things where the commissars hate being in the Iron Guard because they have nothing to really do because they've already got extreme discipline.
But
would you like to hear a quote?
That was last episode, right?
Exactly.
Before we get to the quotes and everything,
okay.
Just for the artist portion, the oil pump is finished, at least for what I'm going to do with it. So today I will be shading, which is going to be doing a shader wash. And so I'll be shading the recesses and portions of it, so it'll give it that depth of field, or that feel of depth as it fills in the recesses and crevices. And then I'll go over a second wash that will give more of a rusty tone. So I have my two washes here. And then in the meantime, while I'm waiting for my washes to dry, because you want to give them some time, I started on one of the bunkers. Just kind of doing the yellow and red and some of the copper in that. And so that's going to be fun to keep going. I'll be working on that. And Also, I want to give a shout out to a podcast I've been listening to. They gave us a shout out. I'm going to give them a shout out back. I want to give a shout out to the Hobby Happy Hour. There's a great show. I found them on Spotify, and I've been talking to Bob on there, who is the British one, and there's the Australian one. So you have Bob and Jono, and they bicker back and forth, and they got little musical sections and stuff. And I mean, it's funny. They do a good job being comedic, and they give a lot of good pointers. They do a lot of the art portion, so a lot of the painting, a lot of the molding and sculpting and everything. And they have an Instagram and everything you can check out and whatnot. And they have a Patreon if you want to support them. And they're cool guys. And I can't thank them enough for giving us that shout out and that. And just good entertainment. I love that podcast. I get excited when a new one comes out.
I mean, I'd never even heard of them, and then you sent me that first episode, and I've been hooked.
So if you want to hear a Brit and an Aussie go at it and get painting tips and stuff, way better than what I can provide, it's a great podcast to listen to.
I'll say it is really good. I love listening to them.
Well,
so we actually got someone. What paint do you use?
What paint do I use? I use the Citadel Paints. I've heard about Vallejo being good. I've heard about them in Army Painter. I was thinking about trying some other paints. Duncan Rhodes, who used to do a lot of the stuff here, who has his own painting academy on YouTube and stuff, it just started his own line of paints. I was actually thinking about sponsoring that and getting some paint from him. But other than that, yeah, it's mostly Citadel. That's all I really have at the moment. But I did change from the pots to the eyedroppers because the pots get the rim gets messed up on them from using them so much, and then the paint goes bad. So I got the Citadel paints and eyedroppers that I took painstakingly a lot of time to put in.
Also, yeah, my friend from Missouri says hi. She was the one who asked.
Oh, friend from Missouri. Oh, hello. Thanks for joining the stream.
And thank you everyone for joining the stream.
Oh, I really wanted to get Kevin on because I got my coffee mug with the towel. I don't want to tip it because it's gonna spill, but I got my Necron coffee mug. Fighting the towel.
Don't spill your tea, Kyle.
I'm going to try not to.
All right, so did you want to start getting to the lore aspect?
Yeah, let's get to the lore. This is why we pay you. So let's get you going.
Again, I'm getting paid. So first, let's do the usual. I'm going to give you a quote, and let's see if you can figure it out. So, to begin, quote, "The Banshee's call shall wake the dead, when dark portents wax nigh. Heed them as the counsel a seer or a father. The Ignir, who has slept since the birth of chaos, shall crawl once more from their tombs, thirsting for warmth. The war in heaven shall be nothing to their vengeance, for the sons of Assyrian, few in number, cannot stand against them. And the eye of Isha shall dim, closing for eternity. Such a gentle goddess cannot witness such atrocities as they shall wreak. The soulless ones shall be the harbingers of the dark fate. Then shall come the living dead, the progeny. Then the thirsting ones, the forever damned, and the galaxy shall run red as the bloods of Eldanish. The full moon shall bring forth the dragon. The master of death will drink deep from Isha's eye. That which lies outside will be drawn to the harvest, and the jackal god shall turn brother against brother. The four shall take their place among the stars, their legions ascendant, unstoppable at the night. And a deadly shroud shall fall across the spirit, and the galaxy shall mourn." End quote.
Holy shit, that's a quote?
That is a quote!
That's not like the first act of a play? God damn.
But, can you take a guess from that giant spiel?
Well, I heard you say Banshees, which the only Banshee I can think of is the Drukhari. And you had a lot of Eldari-esque kind of stuff in there, but then I heard War of Heaven, which makes me think also Eldari and Necrons and all that fun stuff. Is it a straight-up faction, or is this like a character?
This is a straight-up faction.
I'm gonna go Drukhari, just because of the Banshee quote, but the War in Heaven's throwing me off.
You are close. It is a quote from from Farseer Lasandal of the Ashna Shirway, some Eldari bullshit. I can't say their language, but they are talking about the Necrons.
They are talking about the Necrons, because I know you said legions and all that, and I'm like, that's definitely a Necron thing.
Yes. Today I will be telling you about the origins of the Necron Tier. Your little skeleton boys.
My undead zombie robots.
Yes, your Terminators, pretty much. So, a short description about the Necrons, also known as the Necron Tier. Necrons are a metal skeletons that mostly do not have a will of their own. The basic Necron is just an android that follows the orders of the noble elite, pretty much. And the nobles are the only ones that actually retain any of their sentience. They are made of what's called living metal, or necrodermis, that repairs itself from any damage should a Necron face. They are an affront to the machine god. They don't possess a soul, and they deserve to be destroyed.
You mechanicus. Now, here's the thing that I know. Remember, a Necron warrior, like their basic soldier, is like a civilian.
Yes.
So if we were to all get turned into Necrons like the robots, we'd be just the basic warrior that just march in lockstep and just say nothing.
Pretty much. And it actually even goes in a tier about how they got their bodies. The Triarchs, the top nobles got the best of the best bodies. Then it goes down to the secondary nobles. They got what's pretty much like the second hand-me-downs. You know, they're not as good, but they're pretty damn good. Then it goes down even further to the actual soldiers, the Lich Guard. They got bodies. And then pretty much the basic civilians got the dregs of here you go. Here's 2 metal rods put together. There's your body. All right.
Just basic.
Yeah, they just got the basic stuff. So that's why you don't see any of them in like the flowing cloaks or nothing, or they don't see Trajan man spreading on his throne.
Trajan, I love Trajan so much.
Oh, he is great. I need to do an episode of Trajan.
Do a Trajan episode.
He is my favorite Necron, even more than the Silent King.
Oh god, he's
a meme.
The Silent King's a pussy. I'm sorry. I'm a Stormlord boy, Imatech. Call on the Green Funda.
We'll also do an Imatech one because from what I learned, he is actually he's a badass.
Oh, he is such a badass.
I think he's actually the closest to actually bringing forth the Necron Empire.
All he's doing is just getting worlds, baby. Just getting worlds.
I think in the current era, he has like 162 worlds or something like that.
Oh, something like that, yeah. And the Silent King's on his way back, like, all right, boys, take down this stuff. And Imatech's just like, fuck you.
Fuck you. I ruled this shit, bitch.
You got us in this mess. I'm going to fucking take care of this shit. Which, you will be explaining here soon, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah, I'm all ready. So, let's talk about their history. Back when the Necrons were the Necron Tier. So, before they were transformed into like I said before, they were called the Necron Tier. They were a humanoid species. Pretty much, same thing as us. 2 arms, 2 legs. It is unknown what they really truly look like because all we have now is just robots. But we could just take a quick guess. And their homeworld would actually be classified as current Imperium as a death world. The star was extremely unstable and just hit the planet constantly with solar radiation. Your basic Necron here would only live to be about 20 to 30 years old. They just had super cancer. Just cancer beyond belief. It just killed all of them pretty much. It was amazing how they were even still alive. So their genes, like I said, were just horribly damaged and just mutations ran rampant. Unfortunately, there's not much we do know about their early lives. What little I could find just says just cancer and illness were common and death rates were off the charts. Due to the constant death, much of their short lives were to prepare for their coming death. Tombs and necropolises just were everywhere. And it was actually built lavishly and it was to expense of they actually didn't have much for the living. Your basic, again, Necron lived in a shack, while their dead grandpa lives in a gigantic pyramid. Monuments and necropolises, like I said, span across the world like a hive city. But due to this, just like I said, their basic lives were just horrible. But eventually, like all species, though, they left their home world trying to free themselves of their horrible star, and they actually did this in what's known as Stasis Ships. They didn't have like the FTL drives and like the warp drives of the Imperium. They literally just put themselves in a coffin and just slept as they went. Slower than the speed of light to the next planet.
So they didn't really know much of the warp or nothing then that we'll be learning later on.
No, they actually had no connection to the warp.
How the warp is just, oh boy.
oh, yeah. But as they did this, they started to carve out actually an empire. It took millions of years eventually because it takes forever to go from point A to point B in just a little sputtering ship. And this is a little bit of a sad part. When they eventually did go to the new worlds, they found that their genes were forever damaged. The star of their halo star left actually a permanent mark. They will never free themselves of their cancer, no matter how hard they tried. And in this, eventually, is when they ran into a very little secretive people known as the Old Ones. The Old Ones, it is unknown what they look like. We only think that they look a little bit like lizards.
I was told like lizard men. Like, think of a lizard man. They kind of resemble like lizard men, from what I've heard rumors.
Just think of Jeff Bezos. Think of Mark Zuckerberg. There you go.
That's a really bad lizard man.
He looks like a lizard man attempting very hardly to remain how they are.
To blend in.
Yes, I love this human juice.
Human juice. Oh God.
So eventually, they met the Old Ones, and this is when the Triarch, which are the high beings, like the top three noble dynasties of the current playable, and their Silent King. The Silent King, he actually is called Silent King because he does not speak. He never addresses the people. The other two, the two top Triarchs are who speak for him. So Triarchs are Pharaohs. And I lost my train of thought for a second. I got so much in here right now. And so the Silent King is a hereditary title. Though with their short lifespan, though, they didn't rule for long. And actually, sometimes whole dynasties would actually die out. So there have been a lot of Silent King dynasties, along with a lot of Pharaoh dynasties, just because of their short lifespans. So the Triarchs and the Silent King went forward to the Old Ones and asked them, the immortal, intelligent beings, we wish for immortality. Please free us of this curse. And the Old Ones answered, get off my damn lawn. So they kicked them away, and the Necron Tier burned with an incredible rage at what they saw was an injustice. The Old Ones expanded rapidly. They lived forever, while the Necrons were forced to live short, brutal lives, and they moved only with stasis crypts to keep them alive on their decade-long journeys. But time wore on, the rage continued to burn hotly, and calamity struck. This is what's known as the Wars of Succession. The dynasties wanted to strike out on their own, away from the Pharaohs and the Silent King, and the Empire just collapsed with a whole-on civil war. The Empire was fracturing, millions of Necron Tier were dying, and the Triarch realized that the only thing that could unite their species to save them from endless civil war was an external force, and only one of them existed: the Old Ones. It was a simple task to declare war on the Old Ones. They declared that the Old Ones' refusal to share immortality was a crime against them all. The Silent King and the Trog offered amnesty to anyone willing to join the Empire and march with them to war. And the Sectionists joined them in droves, and the war in heaven began. So, I'm not really thinking this is a war in heaven. It's more or less a one-sided kick in the face.
Yeah, it's not really a war when you're trying to
No.
fight a god.
Yeah, the Old Ones were practically gods, and the Necron Tier, they were far from it. They were little scrawny, like just cancer patients.
It's a bunch of ants trying to attack, like,
Trying to attack an elephant.
yeah, that sizes it up pretty good.
So, the quote-unquote war in heaven was planned and formulated by the Silent King. The last one, his name is Sarzek, or whatever the fuck you say. I don't speak Egyptian. It's Szarkeh.
Wait, you talking the Silent King?
Yes, that is actually the current Silent King. That's his real name, Zarkek.
Cesaric?
I don't know how to say it. Cesaric? That's how you say it?
Cesaric. I believe it's Cesaric. Yeah, I believe I've heard his name before.
I don't know.
I'm the Necron guy. I should be able to do something right.
I don't know. Who's the one explaining the lore to you?
Hey, don't look that up, guys. Just don't look that up. Just I'm right.
Sure. We'll go with that. So, again, this war was a pointless one-sided fight. The Necron Tier were outclassed in firepower, technology, just everything. And the Old Ones used something called the Webway. Using the Webway portals and the Webway Gates, the Old Ones literally ran circles around Necron Tier ships. And not long after the war started, they were literally pushed back to their starting home system, known as the Halo system. Yes, the Halo system. And their whole empire was just gone. They were just forced back to square one, stuck on their irradiated radiation home planet, dying of super cancer. They were exiled and forgotten by the Old Ones who saw them nothing but a nuisance. It was this that started actually their hate for all intelligent life, because they've seen their horrible lives, everything forced upon them, and they think this is unfair. Everyone deserves to die like us. All the torments and to them and unfairness, like I said, the treatment of life exploded. And when it exploded,
you can't either.
Pretty much how that went. If I'm forced to die, you die also. And by the way, when I say their hatred exploded, I meant it exploded into another civil war.
Oh, good. More civil war.
Yeah, it's because it's always civil war in 40k.
Yeah.
The DDC started to fight with each other again, and not having a common enemy to unite them, the war was even worse than the first and more destructive to the Necron Tier. The Triarchs, seeing that the Empire is starting to collapse, looked for anything to save them, and they found it. It was something known as a Catan.
Oh boy, I know where this is going.
Oh yeah. No, it's unknown how the Necron Tier actually made first contact with Catan. I found text in Tomb Worlds of the Solemns that said it was an accident, a chance encounter with a probe. The Eldar Black Library says it was the hatred for the Old Ones that pulled the Catan to them. The last theory says it was them studying the star, their current star, and they saw a Catan into it, causing actually the radiation in the first place. Again, it is unknown. My order, the great order of the Adeptus Mechanicus says first contact was made. It's unknown how it was made, but first contact with the Catan, they wished for their power to help them destroy the Old Ones. So they actually made bodies for the Catan out of necrodermis, or the living metal. Again, it is unknown how the Necron Tier coaxed them into the bodies, but the Catan were actually very pleased, enjoying the pleasures available to them in their living bodies. It also awakened a deep, unsatiable hunger, because they're actually able to feel something they never felt before. They used to only eat, plain, tasteless radiation from the sun. But now they found something that was absolutely, gourmet to them. Souls.
The souls of the living.
Pretty much. And they just ooh, I want that so bad.
I got
So
that soul.
I gotta have that little soul. Come, give me, let me have a little taste.
Oh boy. Run, little Timmy, run!
So
Run, little
what
Timek.
Timic Tier.
Run, Timek here.
So one of them, Satan, came to the Silent King. He was actually known as the Deceiver among the other Satan. The Silent King didn't know this and granted him an audience. He explained the Satan's own war with the Old Ones that they had. Oh, sorry. I just finished dinner.
No warning on that one.
No. So he explained their own war with the Old Ones that they lost, and that they were hiding from them, looking for allies among the stars, and he offered him a deal. In return for the Necron Tier's aid with the war, he will offer them what they wanted most: immortality and unity. It is unknown, again, how much of this was true. His name is the Deceiver, after all. But the Silent King was swayed. But it wasn't just a one-sided, yes, let's do it. They actually debated for months, the Triarchs and the Royal Court. But it was almost unanimous. Only one single Necron Tier was trying to tell them no.
I think I know who
Can
it
you
is.
take a guess who it was?
It was Orkin.
Yes.
Yeah!
Orkin. He was the court astrologer, who some say could see the future.
The Divine.
And he warned of a horrible fate for them all.
Because he could see into the future, damn it! No one listens to him! No one ever listens to people that can see the future!
No one does. Because, if you were suffering with super cancer and constant civil war, and someone comes up to you and says, hey buddy, I know a way for you to live forever and unite as one. Don't you think that should be like, ooh, what is it? What is it?
Yeah, I know. You get greedy. But then the guy who can see the future goes, no, bro, I see the future. We all gonna die. Well, I'm not gonna die. We're all gonna change. We ain't gonna be the same. It's not good.
Yeah, we're gonna lose our souls, bro.
But no, of course not. Why listen to him?
Yeah, what's the point? What's the point, Kyle?
Oh my god.
But, he actually was, again, preaching that they were going to become soulless husks enslaved to Satan. But desire and ambition won over Orkin's foretelling, and he was ignored, and the Necron Tiers agreed. Necron Tiers? What the fuck? Words, Alan, words. And the Necron Tier agreed to the Deceiver, and their fate was sealed. They began actually to adore the Satan, and they worshipped them as gods. Satan, in the Necron Tier language, actually means star gods. And the Satan, or the star gods, revealed in this worship, and the Feast of Souls was about to begin. So, I have another quote for you, Kyle.
Okay.
Begin quote. When the Silent King saw what had been done, he knew at last the true nature of the Satan, and the doom they had wrought in his name. End quote. Excerpt from the Book of Mournful Night. So the Satan armed the Necron Tier, weapons and starships of incredible power, a boon from their almighty gods, they thought. And the Satan presented them with another gift, the path to immortality and physical stability. They offered to do what the Necron Tier have done to them, make them bodies of necrodermis, or living metal. And they agreed, and the pact was formed. Colossal machines were built for them called the biofurnaces. Built by Necron Tier, roared day and night, and into these the Silent King's people were led. It will never be known, though, what actually happened in the biofurnaces. But what is known is the flesh was stripped off them, and the souls carved out, and all that remained was living metal. Above the biofurnaces was a Satan who feasted on all the souls ripped from the Necron Tier people. And every soul they ate, the more power they got. They became fucking chonk, man.
Well, like, they ate a whole goddamn race.
Oh, yeah. And after... Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Why did we do that? Instant regrets. Instant fucking regrets. So, after the Silent King himself left the biofurnace, and he saw his people and Satan feasting on the souls. He realized the horrible mistake he made, and he felt instant regret. He actually, though, felt better than he had in his decades of life, no longer feeling any aches or pains of his diseased body.
Well, you don't feel the super cancer no more when you're a robot.
Oh yeah, he had no body to feel any aches and pains. But what he did felt was a gnawing, actually emptiness deep inside of him. Of his missing soul. With a heavy heart, he led his people to damnation into soulless machines that deserve to fucking die. The Necron Tier were a memory, and Necrons were born. Unity was achieved also as part of the pact, and the Silent King had something implanted into him, the command protocol. Every Necron had this. At first, though, he embraced the Unity, but as the years wore on, he grew burdened, but dared not sever the command protocol. At least they tried to murder him for this, because of how he led them into this fate. Few, though, of the Necrons retained their sentience. The most strong-willed, which were mostly the nobility, but even they were only shadows of their former selves. The only thing that remained in them was one thing: their pure hatred for the old ones. And now we begin the second war in heaven. The Necrons, with their Satan fighting, the old ones were actually pretty much forced on the back foot immediately. The Satan were just extremely powerful after all of the souls they ate from the Necron tier. They were pretty much gods themselves. And as they went, whole planets were razed, suns burned out, and even systems were devoured by black holes made by the Satan themselves. The Necron legions assaulted Old One fortresses on every corner of the galaxy. Fortresses, with they're built by their allies, were smashed and their souls devoured by the Satan gods. The final nail in the coffin for the Old Ones was when they gained access to the webway themselves. The Necrons built something called Dolmen Gates. These Dolmen Gates allowed them to actually enter into the webway. And it was actually a Satan named, how do I say this? Nadrazas, or in their language, the Burning One. Pretty much he showed them how to make Dolmen Gates because he just like, hey, I want to set the webway on fire. Do this.
I didn't know they made gates so they could get into the webway.
Yeah, that's actually how they actually get around. It's actually, Kyle, made by something called Blackstone.
I know the Blackstone. That's one of the big things that the Necrons have.
Yeah, so again, the Blackstone it's really unknown what it is. But yeah, but there's only one problem with the Dolmen Gates. The webway actually knows has been breached, so the Dolmen Gates are unstable. And the webway will actually try and break the Dolmen Gates access. And if the Satan are trapped, Satan and the Necrons are trapped, they're pretty much dead. The webway will actually kill them. Oh, and by the way, Leviathan Rose, if you could eliminate one faction from the universe, who and why? I would actually eliminate Drukhari, because there's just too many damn elves.
You're against the elves, huh?
No, the elves, they're Xenos, Kyle. Xenos.
If we're talking actual faction, like just get rid of a whole faction.
Yes.
Who would I want to get rid of?
The Tau.
I'd get rid of the Custodes.
Really? That's the Custodians?
They don't do anything.
Well, they do now.
They just sit there.
Hey, man, don't you know? They're actually going out there now because of the Dominus Crusade.
Oh, are they part of the Dominus Crusade?
Yeah, only 200 of the pretty much what's called the. Let's go a little side tangent here, but only the 200 companions are actually left on Terra. The rest of them are actually out there are actually out there right now with Blue Boy, the Papa Blueberry, going out there and helping.
You mean Grandpa Smurf?
Yeah, Grandpa.
Calgar is Papa Smurf.
Oh, Calgar was Papa Smurf?
I thought Calgar was Papa Smurf and Gilman was Grandpa Smurf because he's the actual Primarch.
Well, okay, well, fine. He's out there with Grandpa Smurf. They're pretty much protecting him like they're protecting the Emperor.
We need Bob for this one.
Yeah, so what?
He's our resident Blueberry.
Yeah, we'll get BB here, Blueberry Bob, over here to help us with that one.
You gotta call him that when we introduce him. He'll love it.
Oh yeah, his name was probably be BB, Blueberry Bob. Oh, well, yeah, Lorthros, that is who. I want Drukhari dead because fuck elves. Kyle apparently hates like Adeptus Custodes. And you call me Chaos.
Well, just because they don't do anything. If they're actually going to do stuff, then yeah, I got a codex and stuff. They hit like a fucking freight train, and you can't kill them for shit because they're super, super space marines. And they're all like 40,000 years old. Well, 10,000 years old. I lied.
Well, I think a little more than 10,000 years old. Because they were actually with him for
They literally don't eat. They don't do nothing. They just sit there. They just stand there. They're like the British Guard on crack.
I mean, fair enough.
They just sit
there.
Fair
enough, Kyle.
But, I mean, if they're actually doing stuff now, then okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
You can't get rid of chaos. You need chaos. You can't get rid of Tau because there's a lot of fun art of Tau getting beat up in melee.
It is fun to make fun of Tau Kevin.
Yeah. We got Tau Kevin. We always got him. We always got a bash on. I would never get rid of the orcs.
No, we cannot get rid of the orcs.
They are so hilarious. I mean, Eldari,
they really are.
Drukhari and Eldari, they can go, because fuck elves.
Yeah, fuck the space elves.
They already got rid of the squats.
I will say this right now. If they actually bring back the squats, I will buy a squat codex.
Space dwarfs. They're gone. They got killed off by the Nids.
Mute your phone.
What do you mean? My phone didn't make any noise. I swear that wasn't my phone. That must have been something somewhere else.
So what are you doing? You're playing goddamn Among Us during the stream?
That wasn't Among Us.
There's
nothing in the vent.
Oh god, we need to get that twerking, the twerking Among Us person.
Oh, the twerking Among Us emote.
Yes, we do.
No.
Oh god, I lost myself. I gotta refine myself after that tangent.
Oops. Oh, that's right. We're doing a show, aren't we?
Oh yeah, no. So we're not just here bullshitting. Hey, how's it going, guy? Mighty Plymouth's here, Mighty Man.
Oh, your Mighty Man's here. Look at that.
Yeah, I just saw him. Sorry, it took me a little while to notice you there. But hi, Mighty Man. The first person who ever watched us.
I have a better mic now.
It's nice to see you again, Mighty Man. Alright, I think I found myself again. So, I think I was talking about the Dolmen Gates. So, with the Dolmen Gates and they finally got the access to the webway, the old ones were practically no more. And Satan ruled the galaxy with their undead legions of Necrons. And, oh boy, was it a shit show. The Satan were brutal leaders. I cannot explain how bad this is. So the Satan raised whole planets and ate all of the people's souls. They demanded to be worshipped as gods, and just billions were just wiped out. But soon the Satan actually fell to the same exact thing the Necrons did. They started to fight amongst themselves. Again, as with most ancient history, it is unknown what for, but it's believed that it was actually for sport and spite. They just got bored. They just got bored of just being all gods. So they're just like, hey, bitch! And they just started to fight each other.
Just got sick of being number one. They guess he was number one of the number ones.
But it is also believed, and again, in the Black Library, that Kegarak, the laughing god of Dari, tricked the Satan known as the Outsider into turning on the others to try and gain dominance. And this actually sparked a long war of ascendancy. Destruction was at a colossal scale due to these conflicts. Trillions died, planets burned by the minute, and the harvest grew thinner. Satan, starving, actually started to cannibalize each other until only very few left were in the universe. But there was only one slight problem. As they were doing this, the old ones were still alive, and they were on their last legs, but they were still kicking. And using their skills of gene writing, they began to actually make soldiers to help them in the conflicts by giving them psychic powers, such as the Eldari, and they also made other races, like the Jakaro, the Knib, and of course, our favorite, the Quark.
Yeah, the Quark.
So, most of them, though, some were actually kind of found and devoured. And after the War in Heaven, many more of they were made were, again, devoured by Satan. It was after a millennia of them sitting on their planets, they were finally ready to join the Old Ones in battle, and this actually turned the tides. The Old Ones psychically gifted their warriors were a boon. The Necrons, who lacking souls, were not able to use powers and were not ready for it. The Satan Empire was shattered from this hammer blow after their weakening of infighting and cannibalism. The remaining Satan unified for the first time in a million years and attempted to push back. They tried to separate the warp and the material universe by making black stone pillars, such as found on Cadia.
Oh, so that's where the pillars came from.
Yeah, the Satan were like, oh shit, we're getting fucked up, and they tried to build these to separate them. But before they were actually made and finished, calamity struck. Due to the Old One's psychic wars of tapping in the materium, it actually caused great disorder. A million years of war, pain, suffering has caused it to stir in unforeseen ways, and dark entities began to snatch the souls of the Psykers and take them to horrible fates. And this is when the realm of chaos was born. This is actually what caused chaos.
Oh, so this is where chaos supposedly started, huh?
Oh yeah. And already cracks were forming in the barrier between chaos and our material universe, and demons were trying to break through. The Old Ones attempted to hold out, but it was too late. The webway itself was again breached in millions of places. Old Ones were shattered. The Old Ones shattered many of their gates, attempting to save uncorrupted worlds, and the webway was lost to them forever. Overrun by warp entities, most terrifying of these was enslavers. What they enslavers did was they just went into the mind of someone, and you're just a slave to them. The worst of all, you are actually alive, and you can feel everything, but you cannot move, you cannot speak, you are just a puppet. They enslaved the minds of Psykers to have them open more pathways for the warp creatures to come forth. This was the final nail, once again, in their Old Ones' coffins, and they scattered across the universe, hoping to escape in vain. For they too were destroyed, and it's unknown how many old, but it is assumed they were all dead. And that is the end of the Old Ones. Though the conflict, though, the Silent King,
you lose.
Oh yeah, it was an ultimate game over. The gods of the Old Ones were dead. But again, this is not a overview of that. This is actually an overview of the Necrons. Through the conflict, the Silent King waited for a moment for the Satan to be vulnerable, and now was that time. The Old Ones were dead. The war in heaven to Electric Boogaloo was over. The Satan were exhausted and few in numbers, and being besieged by warp entities. It was time to strike. Using the command protocol, he led the Necrons in a revolt against the Star Gods, and Satan were not ready one single bit. They believed the Necrons were their slaves. They were under their thumb and could never even think about doing this. Oh boy, were they dead wrong. The Necrons harnessed the powers of the universe itself to defeat them, but Satan were immortal, part of the fabric of the universe, and only Satan as we could tell, could kill a Satan. So the Necrons did the next best thing. They pretty much grabbed a gigantic hammer and just brought it down on their heads and shattered them into thousands of pieces.
Yes.
They became AAA batteries.
I love
And
this
the-
part so much.
And the Silent King was actually satisfied with this. He knew he could never destroy them to begin with, but he had other plans. Each Satan was bound into a Tesseract labyrinth, pretty much like a genie in a bottle, never to escape. This is actually how he got his pen wagon. Powered by the AAA Satan battery. So, though the revolt was successful, though, millions of Necrons died, including the original Triarchs. Only the Silent King was still alive, and he knew their time was over. The younger races of the Adalri, the Crow, Chikaro, they were actually still alive and were actually still fighting them. The warp was still infesting many planets, and the Silent King needed to go to his old planet. Wait. He knew the Eldari would take over the galaxy. That was soon weak Psykers would die, and they would phase out, trapping the warp once more. He knew the Adari would weaken in the future, letting them to take command once more to reclaim their lost empire. For they were living beings and aged. The Necrons were timeless and immortal. The Silent King, he ordered the remaining Necron cities to be transformed into tomb complexes, and all Necrons were to go to sleep for 60 million years, and be ready to rebuild their lost empire and restore the lost dynasties. And once the last complexes were sealed, the Silent King destroyed the command protocol. He felt he had failed them, and with that, he took a ship, went into deep space to find any penance for his deeds, and with that, aeons passed. The Great Sleep was actually interrupted, though, in the 41st millennium, leading to our current time. And I have one last quote for you, Kyle.
Okay.
Adversary, know that your squalid colony rests upon the rightful crown world of the Novak dynasty.
Oh,
Know
God, not
that
the Novak.
while your presence cannot be tolerated, we are bound by a code of honor to allow you opportunity to withdraw. You are therefore granted 1 solar month, commencing at termination of this transmission, to remove all your trace of your presence. If you fail to accept my generous offer, my army shall conclude these negotiations. We advise you not to mistake honorable warning for lack of resolve. End quote. Necron Ultimatum, received by Planetary Governor Metacom, Herald of the Imperial Hive World of Dull Sex. And that is it.
Could you imagine though, like you live in your life, and all of a sudden this like tomb world just pops up out of nowhere, and all these robots come out, and they're like, "Yeah, you got a month to get out.
Get out now.
Get off my lawn."
Oh, so Mighty Man, may I ask what made you base Clotshash Prime in that color, or is it just gray, or is it a blue type color?
I'll say, the prime on this coat. Yeah, I used the spray paint primer, the Mechanica Standard Gray, just because there's a lot of like concrete looking areas on this, and so that was my like try to keep the concrete look with the Mechanica Standard Gray. That way I can like try to cheat and not do so many panels. They got like the little concrete pillars and stuff, so I'm like, I'm just gonna do what I can to keep it concrete. You know what? I'm going to poke you guys in the eye for a second, because I forgot my little light on my camera isn't on, so that should help a little bit with some of this stuff. A little better.
Oh man, not my eye! Ah! Mighty Man's also screaming out.
Oh, it was just a little poke. You be alright. I'm about ready to go back to the oil pump here in a second to get the next wash on. Oh, so yeah, I learned some stuff about the Necrons I didn't know. Like, I didn't know about the whole webway gate thing. Like, they were going in the webway and everything?
Yeah, it was called Dolmen Gates in their world. And again, it's only the way how they do it though is like a very like short stint. They have to go in and go right out. Otherwise, the webway will actually murder them.
So
because
you gotta
Dolmen
use
Gates are very unstable.
like hit and run tactics using those.
Yeah, and it's actually how they do like the whole faster than light travel to them, because they actually don't have warp drives, because they have no psychers.
Yeah.
But did you enjoy my little spiel, Necrons?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. That was good.
And any of the viewers, if you decide to want to learn some more about factions, toss in the chat. I'll write them down, and I'll see if I can find any little tidbits of knowledge. Because I'm the Commodities Explorer. I gotta find net tech.
Whatever helps him from having to do his job and come up with a schedule.
I'm very bad when it comes to this.
It's
Oh.
funny.
So I actually enjoy the lore very much. So it is actually a blast for me to actually come up with ideas and research them and write them down.
I'll say you're what got me into this, but the painting is what kept me in it.
So Mighty Man wants orc lore. I think I know all of you, but I'd love for you to give me some insight.
Oh,
Leviathan Rose seconds this. So we have two people demanding orcs.
We have to get Bao on for orcs. Because
Yeah, we
he's
have to
a
get
resident
Bao.
orc player. Like, he's learning orcs. He wants to play orcs. He wants to build and collect orcs. And we want to try to get him on for a podcast about the orcs.
Daka. All the Daka.
All the
actually,
Daka.
I actually have an orc codex. Orcs were actually the first army I actually started collecting, and I actually do plan on running a. I do run on the Lucky Boys, the Ludas, the Blue Boys.
All right, back to my pump. I'm gonna get that rust wash going now. I got the grungy wash done, so I got all the earth shade on her. Now it's time to get the rust wash on some of the metal parts.
So, do you guys have a Discord or something? This is what Mighty Man asks.
I have a Discord. It's not a public Discord yet. I'm thinking about making one. I just got to figure out how to use Discord because I'm not a very big Discord user.
I know we literally only got Discord just to run this.
I literally have a Discord for this just so me and him can run it. I got a couple of our friends on that we can chat and stuff. And I got a few Discords for like online gaming and stuff, but I don't actually like do public Discord. I want to. I really want to make this one a public one, so that way we can get a bunch of fan base on it, and they can post stuff and everything, and make fun of Alan and the Mechanicus. So I think that'd be awesome.
1010. I make all your shit, bitch.
So I think that would be something to look for in the future, coming up with a Discord.
Although, if Kevin does join, though, the next episode will probably be Tau, because Kevin really wants to come on here and learn about the Tau.
Yeah, we got a resident Tau player. He wants to learn more about the Tau and everything. He's our Tau guy.
Yeah, and also I kind of want to learn more about them. It's also going to require a lot of, because the only Tau I know is Commander Farsight.
I do like Farsight.
Also, Mighty Man, I do recommend the Admech. You got to go 1010. I wiped out an entire Necron army with carbines. It was amazing.
You took out a bunch of warriors, not the whole army, bud.
Oh man, like the second volley didn't your shit too.
Yeah, it was a
Skitarii Rangers
group of warriors.
Although I did learn the hard way though. Radiation does not affect Necrons very well.
No, not when you're robots.
The radium carbines did not help me. So I got the orcs, I got the Tau. I will be doing an orc episode probably in the coming future, so you gotta be looking forward to that, guys. Did you want to tell them though about next Monday?
Next Monday we will not be streaming. I do have a schedule that's up and running on our channel that you can check out, and should let you know what we're doing and everything. I will be out of state, so
and unfortunately, I don't really know how to run this. I don't have anything, and I'm pretty sure you guys don't want to just sit here looking at the link screen, having my horrible voice talk to you.
And cut it out.
Oh, fuck off.
You always do this at the end.
It's always at the end. Okay. I'd rather do this at the end than in the middle of.
There you go. We got again.
Fuck you. But so probably not this Monday, but next Monday will most likely be the Tau episode. But I do plan on taking that week though. I will be making an orc and a Tau, and another one I will keep as a secret from you, Kyle. So you will not know which one we're doing.
Oh, you're gonna try to do another surprise one?
Oh, don't you like the surprises?
I do. It's a nice little thing like that. Like, I didn't know this one was the Necron one. And it's so nice you decided to go with the better faction of the Necrons and not the Admech. So, I mean, hey.
Who's the one that owns most of the galaxy?
Oh, who's still sleeping? Okay. Who has the power to explode your star?
Oh, you wouldn't be awake if it wasn't for me.
It's your own fault for raiding vaults.
We need that tech. I need that tech. Oh man. See, Mighty Man, I'm working on an Orc army, a Slave to Darkness army, Necrons, Stormcast Eternals, and Cruel Boys. Oh, he has a good section coming up.
You got quite a bit there.
See, I only got an Admech army and an Orc army, and I actually do. One of the factions I love is the Chaos Knights. I have their codex, and I want to build a Chaos Knight army.
I have
which is
Imperial Knights.
Well, when we say army, pretty much only like 4 or 5 models. They are very expensive.
Yeah, I have one sitting in the box right now. I still have to build him.
poor Orkin. Was it Orkin? Orden? The name again?
Orkin the Divine.
Oh yeah, it was Orkin. Yeah, I just blasted him in the face of a Titan Lance.
Oh, you're talking about when we were playing the game. No, that was Oberyn.
Oh, Oberyn. Okay, I couldn't remember his name.
That was Oberyn. I had Oberyn and Xandrak. I had those two. Nemesaur, Xandrak, and Vargar Oberyn, and you destroyed Oberyn with one shot with your fucking Chaos
Well,
Knight.
yeah, because I hit him with an anti-Titan lance.
You actually aimed for Xandrak, and he jumped in the way.
Yeah, he pulled a full-on Piccolo, jumped in the way, got horribly burned, and he was nothing but ash.
Yeah, he gone.
Yeah, there was no coming back from that. Just gone. Oh man, I can't wait till we actually start getting our armies built and actually do actual tabletop, not just playing tabletop simulator.
I would like to actually do battle reports in the future.
Oh yeah, just we should do that too. Like on off days when we're not doing this, record us playing and then post it.
Yeah.
Oh, Mighty Man, yeah. Yeah, we haven't technically never played either. We only played on tabletop.
We did Tabletop Simulator. And
it was okay.
We get a lot of issues though. Like I get a lot of dropouts and stuff and everything, and I feel like having the actual physical in front of you where you can actually measure and stuff better, because like you could turn your camera a certain way and be in range, and then turn your camera the other way and not be in range. So I mean, like, it's real iffy on that same tabletop, that TTS.
Wait a minute, Blood Bowl is a POG game though. Never really played Blood Bowl. It's just I thought it was just Warhammer football. I have the video game.
I've heard of Blood Bowl. I've seen it. I've seen some of the models look pretty funny, like all done up in football gear. But not a big football guy.
Yeah, I prefer hockey.
As do I. Now, if they get a Warhammer hockey, oh god.
It's already fighting in hockey.
I'll be poor.
So, aren't you already?
I'm working on it. I'm working on getting poor. Like I said, I got an Imperial Knight still in the box. And I did pre-order the next kill team. I don't even have this kill team done, and I already pre-ordered the next kill team because it's got my Battle Sisters and it has Kevin's Tau, and I get to wreck the Tau as sisters. Yes.
Yeah, you just want to murder poor Tau Kevin. That's all you want.
Yes.
Oh, but guess also what I bought literally the minute I got home, Kyle.
What'd you get?
Gladius Relics of 4, the AdMech.
Oh, that's right. Your AdMech update came out on Gladius. That's right.
I might not be sleeping tonight because I might jump on that.
Oh, you get to see what your like your stage 10 is like a Titan or something. Your final.
You actually get Imperial Knights.
Oh, there you go. Nice. Yeah, I see. I can see that.
Also, guess what, Kyle? You can get a Data Smith, and you can capture Castellan robots.
Oh God.
Yeah, so guess who's gonna have all the Castellan robots on the map?
You and your Castellan robots.
You're just mad because it punched your destroyer in the face. Yeah, little backstory.
Yeah. Yes, yeah, my Scorpic Lord did all that work fighting them, and then your goddamn Warlord comes up and just pistols him in the back of the head when he had like no wounds left.
Okay, no, yeah. So his destroyer marched forward, stabbed by a Castellan robot. It just stared at him, punched him in the face, brought him down to 2 wounds. Then my tech priest goes over and goes, You're not an STC, bitch," and just BAM! Kills him. But it's almost 9, Kyle. Did you want to keep going?
Well, it's up to you. Like I said, I like to run this. We can run a little over if you want some more to talk about. But if you're ready to call her, we can call her. We hit that hour mark.
Yep. Pretty much every time we go, we try to reach at least an hour.
Yeah, try to at least get an hour in. If it goes more, it goes less. Hey, so far, I'd rather go more.
Oh, so would I. Hello, Octomom. Shame we kind of jumped in. We're a little close to jumping out, but yeah.
Well, all you gotta do is hit that follow button, and you'll know when the next one's coming.
Yeah, for all. Yeah, but
right
just letting you guys. Yeah, we got the VOD coming up, Octomom. But just in case, for those of you who just jumped in, we were Kyle and Alan. We do arts and also lore, so you guys can jump in anytime. Let me know. Let us know what you want to do. I love researching all for you guys.
Yep, and we're also looking for any feedback you can give, because this is with the new show we started here. This is only the 3rd episode. We're trying to get her going, get her rolling. Take any orcs. Take any feedback or anything we can get from you guys, and if you got any painting tips for me, you can do this. Let me know, man. I'm looking for some help. Just started this with the whole COVID thing and all that fun stuff, and decided to jump into this and get going with it. And I'm enjoying it a lot. I'm really enjoying all the painting in that. So hoping you enjoy the painting with me, and Alan can give us some more lore, because I'm always learning more about it, and he loves to talk, so gotta do that.
I mean, as you could probably tell.
I'm glad you like the terrain, because it is a bitch to paint.
Octomom, fair warning, I have no idea what it is. Mighty brought me here. Oh, great! I would love to teach you.
You have a lot to learn. I know we got 1 or 2 newbies in here. I'm one of them myself. I know the basics, but oh yeah, you'll learn. You'll learn.
And that goes to everybody who's here. If
blood for the blood god.
Skulls for the skull throne. Milk for the cornflakes.
Oh, you said it first. Oh, I was just thinking that.
Yeah, so everyone here, again, follow us. We'll be glad to teach you about Warhammer, whether you're brand new like Octomom, or if you're or if you know more of like Mighty Man. Also, go ahead, jump in the chat, talk to us. I'll be more than willing to talk to you.
And I'll definitely be more excited and more to get a Discord going, get a little fan base going. You guys can throw some ideas in there, and if you got minis of your own, I'd love to see them.
Oh yeah, because I could try and see if I can figure out during the break while I'm also doing my research. I'll try and see if I can try and get a thing up for us.
Yeah,
I would like to talk to you too.
I feel like we can get a Discord between me and you. We can get a Discord figured out.
I mean, I've already created 4 or 5 friend groups. What's one more?
Let's say we gotta get Discord going. You gotta get your meme page. Because I don't know how many memes we have in our one on this. Oh my god.
90% of them are orc memes, because orc memes are the best.
Oh, there's a lot of orc memes. Just got that.
Oh yeah, so hopefully next time we jump in, I'll see if I can get I'll see if I can try to get the Discord going, and I will definitely have those topics ready for you guys. So All right. Did you want to do the outro, Kyle?
Sure. I got papers here somewhere. Make it sound like I'm professional. Papers. Okay, so this has been the Art of Lore. We learned about the Necron Tier and where they started from, and we will not be here next week, but the week after we will be, because I'll be on vacation. I'll be out of the state. So, but the week after we will be back, and it sounds like we might be talking Tau. So if you want to skip that one, I understand. Um, we should be bringing on a guest with us on that one, hopefully, because we got another guy who's brand new and he loves his Tau. Out of all the ones we showed him, he stuck to the Tau for some reason.
Fucking weeb.
So we're hoping to get him on here, and yeah, this has been the Art of Lore with me, Kyle, and you want to say out?
I say I'm the Magos Explorer, Alan.
And if you got anything else, just let us know. And I do keep all the videos up, and I also have a YouTube that they're on also. So we'll get all that going. And hey, with any luck, we'll have a Discord running here soon.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely be working on that.
Alrighty, guys. Well, thanks a lot for stopping by. You all have a good night.
Have a good night.